This story will tell you everything that you need to know about today's Democrats. The compromise right-wing budget looks like it's going to pass now in the Senate. So listen to what Nancy Pelosi said about this to fellow Democrats.
So this morning you told your members, embrace the suck. That's a quote.
Yes.
That's a quote.
It's a quote, yes.
First of all, before I get to the substance of the bill, where did you get that from?
I think it really captured the moment, wouldn't you think?
Oh, I'm not criticizing it. It seems to sum up what you think of this legislation.
Well, it's not just the legislation, it's the whole process and the fact that we don't have unemployment insurance and those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, we need to have a budget. So what we decided was that our approach would be to...
You're not going to say it to me? Embrace the suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Embrace the suck. We got nothing of what we wanted, but it's not doomsday. The Republicans have not implemented anarcho-capitalism, so celebrate, oh happy day. That's what Nancy Pelosi is saying, that the crazy Tea Partiers that did the government shutdown, that did the debt ceiling threats, that had the 46 attempts to repeal Obamacare, what she's saying is that they shifted the spectrum even further to the right and so massively out there that the Democrats are now happy when they get hosed in a deal like this. You know, as I was listening to that, I was reminded of a great Bill Maher New Rules segment. He spoke about this exact thing a couple years ago. Listen.
And finally, new rule. If we learned anything from this moronic debt ceiling debacle, it's that government is a lot like the subway. People tend to give the crazy person what he wants. The reason John Boehner could brag that he got 98% of what he demanded was that he had an ace card in the 60-odd Tea Partiers in his caucus. I don't say 60-odd because I'm not sure how many there are. There are 60 and they're odd. And Boehner could point to them and say, look, these guys don't give a fuck. They don't want compromise and solutions. The only response they're going for is, oh shit, how'd Skeeter get a gun? Yes, because we've all seen that movie where some psycho has a gun to a woman's head and the rookie hostage negotiator isn't getting anywhere, so they bring in Mel Gibson, who can relate to the psycho because he's a psycho. That's what the Democrats need, their own Mel Gibson. The only way to pull the debate back from the far right is for liberals to elect their own slate of 60 unstable, Looney Tune, mad as a hatter, crazy motherfuckers. So please, liberals, start trolling Whole Foods parking lots, nude beaches, erotic cake stores, the MSNBC commissary. Anywhere where you might find angry left-wing lunatics to create a party within a party, as the Tea Party is a party within the Republicans, and to show that we will not back down in a crazy-off against anybody, the party within the Democratic Party will be called the Donner Party. We will literally eat each other before we give an inch. And this is our leader, Face Ripper Monkey. That's right, we brought back Face Ripper Monkey. And don't tell me that there already is such an entity on the left, that it's the ACLU or Greenpeace or MoveOn.org. Oh, please. Those are educated people. Lawyers and scientists. We need loudmouths and bad dressers who can match the Tea people maniac for maniac and say to them, you think you can be pea-brained, single-minded, and purple with rage? Well, the Donner Party is a dog that can bark at a pine cone for 9 days and not get tired. You say no new taxes on the rich, we say tax the rich at 100%. You call for a constitutional amendment banning abortion. We call for a federally funded partial birth abortions at the drive-thru at McDonald's. You want Reagan on the $50 bill? We insist on Janine Garofalo.
all that makes for great comedy, but there's actually a serious political point to be made there. And I realized it today that that's the only way that we're ever going to get any progressive priorities, you know, minus doing the obvious, which is getting the cancer out of our political system, which is the money that corrupts politicians in both parties and shifts them way to the right to be in favor of the rich and corporations. Minus that, the only way we're going to get actual progressive change is to have Democrats be unreasonable. So I'm actually going to just flat out say it. I'm calling on the Democrats. I love how I say that like they're listening. You know, Harry Reid sitting in his office right now, like, what does SecularTalk say about this issue? I'm curious. No, but seriously, I think the Democrats should be unreasonable. And the reason I say that is because you're never going to get everything you want anyway. So if you go out there and you actually argue that we need to limit every single man and woman in America to one gun. You could have one gun and that's it. It's banned anything after that, and it's only a musket, because that's what the Founding Fathers were talking about, muskets. So go ahead, demand that, argue for it, seriously argue for it. Come up with some bullshit rationalization that sounds semi-convincing and repeat it over and over and over, and then eventually some people will start believing it. But guess what? In the process of doing that, what you will have done is shifted the spectrum way back to the left. So now what's the compromise position going to be? Universal background checks, limit on high-capacity magazines, and ban on assault weapons. What we wanted from the beginning. It's like talking to a used car salesman, for example. When you go in there and you negotiate, you know, if they're asking $10,000 for the car, you don't go in there and say, I'll give you $10,000. You say, I'll give you $5,000. And then you see how they counter, and then you work it from there. So it's a trick that the Democrats never used because they're just more honest. And they think we could be adults and we could have a serious conversation where we're both direct and we're both straightforward and we're both telling the truth. Both sides do that. But both sides don't do that, and the Republicans are always, if you give an inch, they'll always take a mile. So we might as well pull the spectrum way back in the other direction.